Tonight, hey, brother. Can you?
You are listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
Hey, this is the Doug Stanhope Podcast. On this podcast, we have Bingo and Chad Shank hosting our friend Frosti Gnarr from Reykjavík, Iceland, is dropped in with Jonathan Larroquette, who will pop in and out. And here it goes.
The potato peelings in the sink did not turn into vodka as I had hoped. I only start to need a drink after the liquor stores have closed. I heard you changed your name again, but don't you change your hair. It was the only thing I liked about you in the end. La la la.
Well, it was Shawnee, who will probably be by later. Gretchen, you saw her artwork.
Yeah.
That was cool as shit. We went into Old Bisbee today, and Gretchen Bear, who's a painter, has painted a lot of bingo. Has I don't know if that's her studio. It's right. It's like a major like location.
Yeah. Looked like a
spot.
gallery show.
Yeah, gallery in the window.
Yeah.
Is a fucking 8-foot painting of bingo.
The two of them.
Two,
Yeah.
But one huge one, which we get out of town company here. We get the Frosti Gnarr.
Yeah.
It's
Perfect
it's
pronunciation.
Gnarr.
Perfect pronunciation. You've got it.
Yes.
You so got it.
Gnarr. How do you pronounce it? Gnarr.
Gnarr?
Yeah, not when you go to Iceland. Some-
Gnarr.
Oh, you have to put a.
Gnarr.
Gnarr, okay.
Gnarr.
Hard R's.
Sounds way cooler.
Hard R's.
Hard
Gnarr.
R's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Frosti Gnarr.
Go back to Gretchen.
Anyway.
Go back to Gretchen.
Yeah.
Gnarr.
Yeah, you got it.
That sounds almost as cool as Shank. Gnarr.
Gretchen and Shawnee are good friends here in Bisbee. And some point of a few years ago, Shawnee came over. He was doing some work, and he said, Gretchen and I were thinking a cool place to go for Christmas would be Iceland. It just seems like and I said, yeah, I just read a story where a comedian got elected as the mayor of Reykjavík. Let me see if I can find out more, because Iceland does sound like a really fucking cool place to go. So I looked him up, and I found what seemed to be a government website. It was all in Icelandic, so but there was a link for an email, so I emailed some goofy, hey, I think we need to have some kind of diplomatic fucking meeting. And I get an email back going, hey, it's very strange because he had evidently seen my Charlie Brooker stuff in the UK, and I just got turned on to you, and I don't think there's such thing as coincidence. And so we booked a flight to Iceland. We fuck off Shawnee and Gretchen. We're not going to Christmas. That's just dumb. It's cold as shit. We're going in September. And we went over and met with
John Gnarr.
John Gnarr. I get it right here. Thanks. Yeah, I quit smoking, by the way. Mm-hmm. But sometimes. That's the key to quitting smoking, people, is if you really need a cigarette, smoke a cigarette and then go back to quitting. It fucking works. Otherwise, you go, oh, I failed. I quit for 11 days, but then I broke down. And then you just start buying packs. Well, just fucking, okay, I broke down for a day. And then you go back to quitting. That's how I've quit for over a month, is by smoking cigarettes. We show up in fucking Reykjavík. We're a mess. We had just done a vacation with neighbor Dave and Evelyn in North Carolina, or already polluted. Show up. The fucking mayor, Frosti here, your dad.
Yeah.
Dad and son meet us at the airport in fucking monkey masks.
Monkey
Gorilla
outfits.
masks.
Gorilla masks. That's how we get picked up.
Holding a sign with our name like they're our drivers. It was fucking brilliant. Zipped us off
The
to
mayor.
a breakfast.
With bad spelling, if I may add. It was dog.
Dog
Stanhope.
Stanhope.
I didn't, that would have been a great cunt move. It's like, dude, no, there's a U in it. I know. Anyway, so they whisked us off to, how do you pronounce the prison? Litlahron.
Litlahraun.
That was close. That was fucking
Very
close.
close, yeah.
Yeah.
Did a good job.
Did a show for the prisoners. Miserable, horrible. I thought, I'll just do all my old basic dick jokes, like the simplest stuff. And then I went up and I'd start doing them. I go, I don't remember how they go. Like, this is just a basic fucking blowjob story. I'm stumbling through it. I had nothing.
But your show was bad, but the prison was amazing.
The prison is fucking fantastic. Just such an example
Incredible.
of everything that the world should. I mean, the Scandinavian countries mostly have the same template and a really low rate of recidivism. Oh, I'm not that drunk, am I? Recidivism. Can do it twice in a row. But yeah, the prisoners. Describe it.
Well,
Bingo.
first of all,
They're like dorms.
we were carted around into all these dorms that seemed great by someone who we thought worked there. And he ends up being a murderer. He's a prisoner. He's a
We
murderer.
thought he was
So it was like maximum security. It wasn't like a soft prison.
their only maximum security prison, and it had 84 inmates total in dorms, just like a college. Better than a college, probably.
You could have computers, books. They could read. They could write. They
They had a stainless steel table that they would prepare their own meals on with butcher knives, but on like a cord, like a pen in a bank. So you couldn't get it more than like a foot from the table. Like if you're going to have a knife fight, you have to do it real close to the celery.
But that's the only thing that seemed like a prison was the knives being
Yeah.
tethered to the
They were
table.
playing like not Wii golf, but some kind of giant
game.
screen video game.
And they were all so incredibly kind to us. They were so happy we were there. It was
That's pretty
awesome.
amazing.
I
was
shipped them a
awesome.
box of
Yeah, t-shirts.
jerseys.
Jerseys.
Sorry. I'm chewing ice into a mic. I want to fucking kill myself from my own car listening to that. Sorry.
And
Yes.
the present they gave us. Should I go grab that?
Oh yeah, I
it was
brought
so
it. I
good.
brought it out last night. If you want to go get that thing,
I
we
do,
can.
I do. I
Yeah,
wanna-
Chaille will edit around it. Okay,
So
so
they treat even psychopaths and murderers like people.
yeah, and they're all doing college courses, and everyone's cool.
Yeah. It's pretty humane.
Progressive.
Yeah.
Well, you got to keep in mind. First of all, Iceland is smaller than Tucson. There's like 330,000
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So it's a fucking community. That's the problem with America and centralized government, where you're trying to treat how many fucking million are we up to? 315
what's
million.
The largest ruling, the mayor. How much of the stuff does your dad, rule over? The whole thing? Is there you know what I mean?
He's the mayor of the capital, which is by far the largest.
largest area.
Yeah, way large. Yeah.
And he started his own political party. At the time, Iceland, you might want to have the details on this, but their economic, they plunged into the fucking toilet so hard. It was all banking. I don't understand the whole thing.
Yeah.
But they lost their ass. And everyone, it was like what Greece and Spain are going through now,
Exactly,
basically. So he was a comedian, fucking hilarious. Tell me the names of the the series because they're in Icelandic, but it's night shift,
It's
day
night
shift,
shift
night shift, and prison shift,
and
right?
prison shift, yeah.
But say it in Icelandic because that's the real names and it's cool.
Næturvaktin, dagvaktin, fangavaktin.
So you're gonna do a lot of that. That's very cool. People will play that while they fuck.
Yeah. Such a sexy
I'm
language.
all over the fucking map with this whole story.
Okay, so here's this.
Okay, so we show up at the prison. They present us with gifts. The prison has merch.
Yeah, t-shirts,
They had T-shirts
a mug.
with a slogan about their prison, like they're promoting their prison.
For visitors, just
Which they should.
And they wrote this. This is in calligraphy. We remind me to get a picture of this, Derek, because Chaille will want it to put as a thumbnail. It says, "Dear Doug Stanhope, 25th of September 2011. Dear Doug Stanhope, our initial idea of showing you our gratitude for your visiting us prisoners here at Litlahron was to give you a T-shirt with the inscription, 'I went to prison in Iceland to do stand-up, and all they gave me was this lousy T-shirt, which they gagged me with while fucking me in the ass.' This idea was, however, deemed inappropriate, so you get this nice card instead." This is handwritten in fucking the most beautiful
Calligraphy.
calligraphy.
That is awesome.
They give us
They
a
were
T-shirt.
brilliant.
I did stand up in a half-court basketball gymnasium with folding chairs to a bunch of people who just happy someone stopped by.
Yeah. They were so nice to us.
It was, and I was fresh off the plane. Like we get off at like 6 a.m. Gorilla masks. The mayor of Reykjavík and his kid in
Prisoner.
gorilla masks take us to breakfast. We had cocktails. We had more cocktails in the car on the way to the prison, out on some fucking volcanic tundra. And then spent 4 days just drinking cocktails. And we got to go to what was
What?
where did he take us? Where fucking Gorbachev and Reagan.
Yeah, Höfði. It's called Höfði.
It's the house where they did the what's it called?
I don't know, Summit.
Yeah, it was a big fucking summit where they.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, there was some kind of. It was a big fucking deal. I thought it had a name, but we took pictures in the chairs that Gorbachev and Reagan sat in. We goofed off. They gave us presents. Bingo traded out shoes with. I don't even know who that woman was.
I don't know who she was. She was really beautiful, but she loved it was Converse high top boots.
Like wrestling high top, like
High, knee highs.
calf high.
And she loved my boots so much. So I said, "Oh, okay, I'll give you these boots and find something cool and we'll trade." So she got buttons from this place where we're at, whatever.
The Hofty House. That's-
the
Yeah,
Hofty
yeah,
House.
Höfði, yeah.
From the Hofty House.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got buttons from the Hofty House and a little
Matches. I think they were
caricature.
matches. Like, why would you have matches?
a caricature, a bunch of stuff.
Condoms. Hofty
And
House
then-
condoms.
And then she takes me into another room, and all she does was show me something and says, "Do you know what this is?"
She
and then
palmed
she
it
wraps
to you.
And then she wraps it in tinfoil, and she's like, "Do you know what this is?" And I'm like, "Well, yes, I know what this is. Thank you very much. I'll put it in the bag. Let's get the fuck out of here." So anyway,
Mushrooms.
we've got mushrooms.
We got mushrooms.
We've got mushrooms. Traded
From the
my-
fucking elite. It was some governmental person. I don't know, city council, whatever. Just
Yeah,
gave
she's
us.
one of the people from City Council.
Yeah. Gave us mushrooms. This is cool, but we're not going to fly with them. So the last night, I'm like, we got to take mushrooms. I'm not in the mood. We're very well hungover.
but we
But
gotta
we
do
have
it.
to eat. The fucking mayor's team gave us mushrooms in the fucking room that Gorbachev and fucking Reagan held there.
We had to do it.
So we chew these down, and it's so hard for me to eat mushrooms anyway. And we had some lunch meat. We're eating, I think it was ham, sliced ham.
You were like
and
wrapping
chewing
them
this.
in bread also.
Yeah.
right?
Oh, was it bread?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
bread.
yeah.
It was
All right.
bread.
Ham and mushrooms.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
we ate a
Just
ton of
choking these
mushrooms.
fucking things down. And we
It was
told
awful.
Frosty here was coming over to the hotel, and we saved some for him. And he shows up. And we go, here is, I don't know if they're any good. There's nothing kicking in for us yet. And He says, that is not
That's
mushrooms.
not mushrooms.
They hand me the fucking plate, and I smell the thing, and I'm like, there's just no way these are mushrooms. This is sage.
And I said, what the fuck is sage?
So he's like, it's potpourri. It's fucking potpourri. You just ate a bunch of potpourri.
But she gave it to us in such a fashion, like with a wink
Like
and
a
a
wink.
nudge.
Yeah.
Down low.
Yeah. So we sat there eating fucking potpourri. And then offer it to him.
Oh, that's...
Hey, you want to trip your balls off with us? Yeah, here's.
Or rub a chicken, or bless a house. Multiple uses for sage.
And we were going to get gay married. That was,
yeah.
again, one of those
Yeah.
great ideas that.
You
still
actually,
on.
in the middle of the night, while Frosty and us were drinking, you called up John Gnarr and asked for Frosty's hand in marriage at a bar.
Well,
You
because
remember
gay
this?
marriage was, as it still is, was an issue here. But over there, the prime minister, so lesbian who's gay married to a chick, and I go, let's see if we can get gay married here. If we can try to use that as for clout, where I get citizenship here, and I can see if we can get you citizenship there. Just try to make a fucking spectacle out of it. It's still a great idea. I just don't get around to shit. When do you have time to go to Iceland to get gay married between gigs? It's like Death Pool. It's one of those
Do it
things
tomorrow
that
in Bisbee downtown.
we can get gay married. It's civil union though.
Yeah, that doesn't carry
Yeah.
much. Only in Bisbee.
Bisbee was
It's like Vegas.
where it's a redneck state, but Bisbee
Yeah.
passed a gay
Okay. Cool.
civil union ordinance,
Yeah.
which is all just what do they say? Window dressing.
Yeah.
I think you get you can go to the pool,
Yeah, it's good
the
in
public
Bisbee.
pool. You can get 2 for 1.
Get a family pass at the pool.
I think that's that and getting buried together at a cemetery. I think the 2 things you actually get.
That's what I read in the paper.
Yeah, but yeah, we could. Yeah, I don't know what the
You guys should
ramifications.
get-
Maybe
I mean,
we
we're
do civil
engaged.
union.
Yeah. We've been engaged for a few years, so it's
Yeah.
it's about time.
We do have
I would attend.
I mean,
I'm all into it.
means
Yeah.
day drinking again.
Oh man.
Means smoking more cigarettes. All right, well it's on.
yeah, I think it's definitely on. I mean, it was such a funny moment though, being at this bar, discussing this and being like, "Oh, it would be fucking amazing because we can be like on a gay parade float, being like Doug Stanhope and Frosty, like these long-haired blonde dudes, like waving the crowds, and then being so amped about it, like calling my parents in the middle of the night, waking them up, and being like, "Mom, I need you to talk to Doug. We're kind of engaged now, and he would like for you to
you know what
give
he
my
said?
hand in marriage."
He said that I would be adopted, that I would have to be adopted.
Oh yeah, we were gonna adopt Bingo as our
yeah.
kid.
So Frosty, I would be your
Yeah.
daughter,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
totally
Mom-
into.
Yeah, me too.
Bingo has 2 daddies.
Daddy. I love
Who's your
this
daddy?
idea.
Yeah.
I love this idea.
Both of you.
Tomorrow.
For sure.
So that is, we'll see if we can make that happen tomorrow.
Yeah,
We're supposed to shoot guns too, but
that can be the after party.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Kind of
married, get hitched,
Yeah,
and then shoot
then
some
get
guns.
Shoot some
do
guns.
some fucking Islamic la 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 la, shoot guns in the air.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to be there for that.
You're I remember the first night we went to your. Well, I don't know if it's your house. Were you living with your dad
No, I wasn't. No.
and your mom? I'm assuming.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Well, once a guy gets fucking drunk with power, he's the mayor of Reykjavík. That might have been some new fucking sluice from the
Pour it
street.
up a little bit.
Yeah. I remember smoking out the window. You don't have to go outside. You can smoke out the window, but they didn't mean it.
You and John Gnarr and Brian.
Oh, fuck,
That's with
Hennigan
us.
was there.
Brian was
Yeah.
with us, and you talked to John Gnarr and created this thing where you guys would just start talking in Icelandic, and I would never know that.
Oh, yeah, just to fuck with Bingo. We'd just make up
I didn't.
Icelandic language.
Like
And everyone but Bingo was in on it.
Yeah.
Like everybody else picked it up already.
Yeah, we got Hyphen Flugen Dash and Big Nal in Bonuglang.
I'm like,
And they go, oh, yeah. Just,
fuck. Serious.
It's great.
He's a
so your
prankster.
dad is now about to step down. He's been mayor since 10,
Yeah. Yeah, he's been
4 years.
Yeah, it's 4 years.
It'll
It's a
be
4-year term.
So
yeah.
in June, we were trying to plan something with one of my favorite bands ever is Molotov Jukebox.
Yeah.
And we talked about going to Iceland and trying to do some like, Bon Voyage. Thanks for your time. Kind of our own personal festival.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things I should, if I just like put this, if I plan it and then I wake up and go, oh, fuck, I have to do it. It's like booking travel. I book all these dumb trips when I'm drunk and you're like, you already bought the tickets.
That's
So
what
now
I was
you have
about
to.
to say. This
And he
doesn't
does
sound much
go.
harder than flying to Australia
No,
and
he
back.
does
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
But it's like, how do you figuring out all this shit like work permits and visa? I don't know how to do that. There's no money in it. Like, I don't know. A band has they have sometimes 8 people in their band. I don't know. I can't fly 8 people on no money.
Right.
It's so much easier doing comedy. It's just you. Fuck everyone else. I'm going on tour now. I'm not even bringing Junior. I'm just going by myself. A band where you have to just and share the pot. Fuck that. You're in the wrong business, Frosty. What's the name of your band? Do you have a band now?
Yeah, it's called Fufanu.
Fufanu.
Spell it for the people.
Fufanu.
All right.
We should bring him in and take him out on the podcast with that.
Yeah, if Chaille will find that.
Okay, yeah.
Is it on iTunes? You got anything on iTunes?
No,
He'll-
but it's
oh,
hook
YouTube.
you up.
You'll get
Something?
You'll get us
I'll-
to it.
yeah, get it to you. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
we'll take you in and bring you out on.
Okay, very cool.
Don't worry. Don't let dead air scare you. It all just disappears and then we'll edit.
No, I don't know. Everybody's looking at me like I was supposed to say something.
You were kind of like gasping, like you were scared
Oh, no,
of the
fat.
dead air.
I'm fat, so I gasp sometimes.
being out of shape.
Yeah, just to breathe.
So why the fuck
John
are you
is
here?
connecting. John is like, oh yeah. No,
I heard
I feel
a
you.
laugh of
yeah,
sympathy
yeah,
over
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Frosty, why are you here right
Yeah,
now?
why the fuck
Tell
are you
us
here?
about
I
your
haven't
trip.
even asked you this off the air. That's what a
Tell us
horrible
about-
host I am. I don't even have interest in why you're in my fucking country.
I'm just traveling around. I'm just seeing the place.
Tell them what you did.
I went on a Greyhound bus from Washington D.C. to L.A. 73 hours straight.
Well, that's seeing America.
Yeah.
Jesus, Frosty.
Hey,
Yeah, it
that's
was
not our
nuts.
best side, man. Don't think that.
No, I was really into it. I was like really
Wow.
into it. Yeah.
You'd have to be.
Straight,
Yeah, it was
no
amazing.
breaks.
Well,
I mean,
no, it's a
breaks.
million breaks.
But the breaks are like the longest ones are like an hour and 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Like
Okay.
that's the longest break you'll
So you
take.
have to be there.
Have you ever
Yeah.
ridden Greyhound? It's more breaks than riding. Most
Yeah.
of the-
What's worse is he's a vegetarian. So probably at best you have Burger King to eat.
No. Not I mean, just gas stations with nothing in them. Just like, I mean, the menus in these places were just single cheeseburger or double cheeseburger or hot dog. That's like that's all you can possibly get. And it's like the worst. I mean, it's like definitely like the worst looking food I've ever seen in my life. So I didn't even want like a bun with nothing in it. I was just like, these buns are just going to be the most poisoning, like vile thing ever. So I just ate like peanuts and Cliff Bars.
He
and,
showed
like,
me a
bullshit.
picture. He showed me a picture on his phone of some freedom fries, as you described them. It's just some mess of chili cheese, wet, oily potato fries, and then he has a picture of the woman serving them. Is this obese woman in a yellow reflective vest, like a construction vest,
workers. He just walked in off the street and started like
serving French
French fries and hamburgers.
Oh my god,
grossest thing.
Oh, that's horrible.
What's
The
your
closest Greyhound station to us is in Benson,
Yeah.
and it's literally the McDonald's.
Yeah, no, we've picked up. What's his name?
Chaille Tracy.
No, the fucking not Grasshopper. That's another guy. That Australian guy, Nick's son.
Nixon.
We had to pick him up at the Greyhound station.
Yeah.
He's sitting at the McDonald's. Like that's it. There's
Yeah,
not even a
it's-
sign.
Nope.
No.
It is the McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's horrible, man.
Yeah,
But it was so interesting to take that kind of route through because I mean everyone on the bus with me was just like meth heads and like the craziest, like prostitutes and like the craziest fucking people. And I mean there was two guys, like Mexican guys with like face tattoos, shaven heads, that came in with like police officers like bringing them into the bus, making sure they were on the bus, and then like adios, and then these guys were
running
just,
him
like-
out of town on a rail.
Yeah. Wow. It was hectic. It was.
Wow.
Did you make any friends?
No, I didn't speak a single word for the first 25 hours. And I was like kind of hoping that I wouldn't say anything for the 73 hours. But for the first 25, I just didn't say like a single word. Anything that was said to me, I just nodded. But then, I said something to someone and my silence was over. But I mainly just didn't speak to anyone, actually.
I don't know how much time you've spent on the road, but I remember in the days of living on the road where you wouldn't speak for days. Mm-hmm. Other than getting gas or getting you'd hear your voice. It would startle you when you spent days without, because you're just a guy in a car in Wyoming and then Salt Lake and then middle of Nevada, and then you go, "Hey, how you doing?" Nice. Like, oh fuck, my voice.
When I got out of the Army, I drove home from Alaska, and it was
Alcan.
Yeah, it was a long trip, and I spent a lot of it, like 26 something hours plus straight at one point driving. And I know what you're talking about because I remember one time I got to get gas pretty soon, I said, and then I immediately yelled at myself, "I'm not stopping unless there's a fucking Arby's." And I was like, "Hey, what the fuck happened here, man? I'm not talking anymore." That might be different than what you were talking about.
No, you get to a place where you start talking to yourself. It's fucking weird. So who did you finally talk to on the bus?
There was this huge black gay guy that we kind of like bonded as being like maybe the least methed out people on the bus. so we had a few discussions. Yeah.
That's great when that's the only common bond you can find.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, we're pretty much like not messed up on meth right now, so maybe we'll have a conversation.
Yeah.
So Frosti, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I've been in some scary type situations, and to me that trip that you described is scary to me. I mean, there's. People play the knockout game in some of those places you're talking about where people just randomly walk up and fucking punch you in the face. I don't go in public. I'm a guy who doesn't go in public a lot, so your trip scares me.
No, I mean, there was a guy who was taken at, because there's security stops in Texas. There was a guy who his switchblade was taken off him, so he was taken to the side and like properly strip searched or like searched, and they found this huge switchblade. And the guy is just yelling like, "Give me my fucking knife back! Give me my fucking knife back!"
That's
and the guy's just like,
fucking
"You
crazy.
can't bring this back on the bus. Like, there's just no way we're letting you have this."
First of all, it's been a few years, to say the least, since I've had to take the Greyhound. So they actually do pat down searches randomly.
No, there's like a thing where everyone has to get off the bus, and there's an hour stop. I think it's in Yeah, I can't remember.
It's
in
a
Texas,
fucking
though.
bus station.
But everyone has to go out through the station, and they have their tickets, but then they have to come back in through security checks, and it's just a one, like, you know, what's it called, like a metal detector thing. But then they have guys like picking out, you know, sketchy people, you know.
But it's just the one
yeah.
stop. At the next Burger King,
Yeah,
somebody
no,
could
yeah,
hand
yeah,
you.
You would've
for
been
sure,
able
for
to go right
sure.
through.
Then you're fine.
Yeah,
Then you're
no
fine.
problem.
Yeah.
Sir, you've been randomly selected. I'm just fucking with you. It's not random at all. It's the teardrop tattoos. Please get in the fucking booth.
You with the spit mask over to the side. Yeah.
You with the lack of face skin. Get here. Get back here.
James Inman is a comic friend of ours who's a nutter, as they say. And he did a whole... The Greyhound Diaries was a one-man show, and I don't know if it's a book or what he ever did with it. But yeah, he was always on Greyhounds. But I remember one time he was supposed to open for me in Portland, Oregon. He was doing the San Francisco comedy competition, had a week off between rounds. So he went to the Greyhound. It was the last bus of the night. They said that they couldn't let him on the bus because he was intoxicated, which he probably was to an extent, but he's a hardcore drinker. So calling him drunk that early was an offense. He's like, what the fuck? He says this wicked born to lose guy anyway. He's like Carl Pilkington. He's that kind of guy, but a wicked alcoholic. And so he's like, there's no more buses. So he has to spend the night. You can get the next bus in the morning. Now he has no money except he has enough money to get a bottle from the liquor store. But he has to stay the night. The station closes. He can't stay in the station. He's in Sacramento or something. And so he goes and to the liquor store, and they won't serve him because they have a policy against serving homeless people. He's like, I'm not homeless. This is just how I fucking dress. But he's causing a scene, so he's not helping his case. So now, as he's at that point, he's probably like 38, 40 years old. He has to tap outside the fucking liquor store like a teenager. Hey, will you buy alcohol for me? So he gets a guy who goes, okay, I'll buy it. And the guy fucking beats feet with his money. So now he has no money and no alcohol. And he goes to the park. And he's trying to sleep on a fucking bench. And the cops show up and start rousting him. And he explains his situation, and the cops warn him that there's been a rash of fucking homeless killings in the park, so to be careful. And so he ended up having to take a shit. So he took a shit on the doorstep of the fucking Freemasons building because the Freemasons are a secret society that control the world. So that was his political statement, and he wiped his ass with a thrifty nickel newspaper and then got on the bus in the morning. That's a good bus story.
And
What do
that's
you
the
think of
kind of
Bisbee, and where are you going
Sorry.
next?
That's the kind of people you rode the bus with.
Yeah. Derelict.
When I was in the Army, I had to ride, and this was my Greyhound bus claim to fame for a long time. I had to ride from Kentucky to South Carolina, and they kept stopping at fast food and just the shittiest food places. And so by the halfway there, I had gas so bad, and I kept eking out farts the whole way. They had to make an unscheduled stop because they thought the toilet was backed up. You want to talk about farts? My farts could stop a Greyhound bus.
I was never scared on a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then it was just funny, but yeah. Meth changed a whole lot of shit. First of all, you don't drink. Yeah. Like I would be, smuggling booze onto a bus and taking sleeping pills and just, okay, we'll make this 73 hours go away real fast by snoring. Did you even have a neck pillow?
No, I had a sweater that I tied around my neck so I could use as a neck pillow. And then I think like a day and a half in, I found a store that had blankets, so I bought a blanket.
Oh, man.
So you were
It was rough in it.
completely ill prepared. Did you know going in that you're going to be doing?
No. It was on a whim. I was just like, because I was gonna do it at some point, but then I just decided on a whim to do it like as the first part of the trip.
So you were accidentally really well prepared for Bisbee, is what you're saying.
Except there's no bus station. You can't get the fuck out of here.
Are similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't get out of here. Like, how fucked up a town is it where you can't get Greyhound to serve you?
But is there? I mean, there must be some sort of transportation out of town.
There's a shuttle out of Douglas that you can schedule a stop here, but you can't just walk down to some place and get a thing. You have to.
Okay.
Sierra Vista used to have a bus stop. Now it's Benson Walmart. I mean, not Walmart, McDonald's.
Sierra Vista doesn't have Greyhound?
No, haven't
Holy
had,
shit.
Since we first moved here, they had it in 2002.
And that's a town of like 40,000.
Yeah.
But it's a military town, so they don't want people easily leaving. That town screams AWOL. Fuck this. See the world? No, not a chance.
They've got a big drug interdiction surveillance balloon that's supposed to watch the border.
Yeah, it looks like a
Have you
blimp.
seen it?
Yeah.
The blimp. I was watching a Vice documentary on YouTube a couple of weeks ago. The guy was talking about it. He's like, we've got these surveillance videos. He's like, we can track a single person going where they were showing all the infrared tracking and everything they do. Same fucking balloon we got over Sierra Vista. Exact same fucking balloon.
That thing's been sitting there since I moved here almost 9 years. Hey, what's that thing? It's just watching you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. They're doing a breakfast cereal fucking observation to see who eats most Cheerios.
Do you get any shit coming across a border?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I got into on the bus in New Mexico. They had these guys come on the bus. These
Border Patrol.
Border Patrol guys, and ask everyone if they were U.S. citizens and if they had identification and stuff. And I said I wasn't a U.S. citizen, and started looking for my passport, couldn't find it, and realized that it was in the storage thing beneath. So I just woke up at this point. I'd been sleeping for like an hour, so I'm like groggy as hell, don't know what's going on. All these guys and they're like intense, it's not like, oh, do you have, it's like, what's your passport? It's like totally brutal.
Papers?
Papers, yeah. And so I go, and he escorts me out of the bus, this guy, takes me out, and they'd already opened the luggage thing, and he says, okay, go get your bag and find your passport. And I say, oh, I can't, because your dog is already on my thing, my bag. So the dog had picked my bag out of all the bags. And it's like,
and this is a guy who doesn't do any fucking drugs or drink.
Completely sober. And they start grilling me. I mean, the look on their faces when I say that's my bag, they're like, this motherfucker. Like
we
you're
got
so
one.
busted.
Yeah.
You're so busted.
Wow.
Like no passport and the dog picked out your bag. And I said, no, I don't have any drugs. And they're like, do you do drugs? Do you possibly have any residue in your bag? And And I'm like, no, I'm completely sober. I don't do drugs.
Exactly,
I don't do.
the Canada story. Yeah.
and then I just and I said, do you want the dog to go like in the bag? And they're like, no, that's no need, sir. And then I just open it to find my passport, and the dog puts his puts his head in the bag, and they just let me go. But that's after
They fuck with you forever and then don't say sorry.
But after them looking into the passport and saying, you're gonna need to come to the office, sir. And I say, why? I mean, there's no stamp or
Malfeasance.
No. It
no
doesn't
stamp.
say anywhere that you've entered
you've
you've entered
shit.
America. And I just say, that can't be. I flew in like a week ago. There's no way. They go through it again and finally find the stamp, but it was just...
Oh, man.
very, very spooky for me.
I would think Iceland would be the equivalent to being a midget, where you go, Iceland. That's not a country, is it? It's like when midgets say midgets can't claim the same kind of racism that other people that are actually. No one's scared of midgets or Iceland people. Like, I'm not making my point very well. It's Border Patrol is not on the fucking lookout for a 6'7" blondish fucking Icelander.
What I was thinking too is we have Border Patrol checkpoints when you leave here. I don't know if you've been going out, but wherever you leave, you have to.
Oh yeah, don't bring drugs out of here. By the way.
Yeah. Well, with you, it doesn't matter.
Won't.
They're going to target you anyway. But
I was pointing to the back of the room.
Back of the room. Pointing to the gold tooth.
Yeah, that fucking gold tooth is great.
So amazing.
I've been stopped there riding on my motorcycle, and are you an American citizen? Do you get a lot of guys on Harley Davidson, white guys on Harley Davidsons that aren't American citizens coming through here?
I fucking hate all this bullshit with the profiling in Arizona, and then the whole trying to pass the amendment to ban. You can ban gay people from your business. I don't know if you heard any of this news.
No, what's going on?
As a couple weeks ago.
That's bad.
That they reserve the right to not allow gay people into the restaurant.
Yeah, based on religious beliefs.
Yeah.
But every fucking business already has the sign, we reserve the right to refuse service.
Yeah, I was kind of on the fence about that. I didn't know if I thought I kind of liked it.
I'm for it.
If we don't serve fucking queers in our building, all right,
Then
cool.
I don't
Then I don't
go to your business.
And then you just get other ignorant.
Same with colored only.
Yeah, I don't know that I was against it.
Rand Paul fucking got a lot of shit because he said something to that same effect. It's the same premise of being able to smoke in a bar. The bar owner, that's your business. It's the same as your house. You own it. You should decide what the fucking rules are. And if someone doesn't like it, don't go to my fucking business.
What about Hooters? How many fat chicks do you see at Hooters with small tits? Or, not fat chicks, because fat chicks have big tits. They might get at Hooters. But what about chicks with no tits at Hooters?
That's the saddest thing ever is the fat girl with no tits.
Yeah.
She got nothing but a big hump belly. Because even fat girls can delude themselves into saying, well, guys like my big. No, they don't. Yeah. They like big, nice tits. They don't like your fucking roll of upper fat. Yeah. But if you have no tits, you don't even have that mythology.
I've had guys do, look at those big old titties. I'm like, that's a fucking fat girl. I'm a fat guy. I got big tits. It doesn't mean they're nice.
Yeah. I had a girl email me. I should fucking have these printed off and read them so I don't have to paraphrase poorly. But saying, my boyfriend, I love your comedy. My boyfriend said I can have sex with you if you play wherever. Seattle, I don't fucking know. I go, that's really nice of both of you. I said that's some sarcastic reply. It's the audacity that girls just, I decided I'll fuck you.
Yeah.
And she wrote back something like, "Oh, this could get interesting." She didn't understand my sarcasm when I wrote back, and I go, "No, I was being sarcastic, but I'm going to try your approach, and I'm going to email Winona Ryder with the same to see how I do." My girlfriend says it's okay that I fuck you.
So let's go.
Yeah. Once I lost my
all right, you're in. You're in. Impractical Jokers. Have you seen that where they make myrrh in the fucking grocery store? Stop the girl and tell her, "Hey,
oh yeah, we have
me
a
and
deal.
my wife have a deal. We can have sex with anybody we meet in the grocery store." And she's like,
"That's a good deal. I'm not going to do it, but it's a good deal.
It's a good deal, not me."
We'll turn you on to some Impractical Jokers. It's one of my favorite shows on TV.
Excellent.
It's a TV show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like hidden camera pranks, but yeah. I won't try to explain it.
Okay.
When I started losing my sex drive, the more I lost my sex drive, the more I would be angry at the fucking that the chicks just assume that, okay, well this is a currency. Well, not if I don't want it. Yeah, it's fucking Bitcoin to me, lady. I'm talking about that girl that emailed me and said my boyfriend says it's okay if I have sex with you. Or, yeah, suck my dick, whatever.
Dick or whatever.
Yeah.
Very white of you.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. How about me and my family? Did you check with them? All right. Well, that's a podcast.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
I have to no, never turn it off.
The best stuff's when everybody thinks it's off.
Right.
And we have to do sponsors. Who are we sponsored by this week, Frosty? No one sponsors us, so we just
Okay,
What about 10
or
and
Make it
11?
up.
maybe Ora beans from Iceland.
Yeah.
spell it.
Or beans from Iceland.
Yeah, Ora, Ora beans,
Beans.
canned beans. Is that our
Healthy-
sponsor this week?
healthy
Uh,
beans.
No,
No?
not at all. But
I
but
expect
canned
a healthy
beans,
choice from you, sir.
Kind of like Heinz baked beans.
Heinz baked beans.
Yeah, that would be a shitty bean over here.
Yeah.
Canned beans. I thought you were going to say Bjork. I just assumed.
Oh, yeah.
We're sponsored by Bjork. When we were in Iceland, we just kept tweeting Bjork for a ride to the airport. She never responded.
But we kept
Like,
doing
hey,
it.
our flight's at 12:15. I don't know if you want to meet us at the hotel.
For the coffee
shit.
shop.
Yeah,
funny. Yeah,
but
we
they
tweeted
know
Bjork.
Bjork. They're friends with Bjork.
So fucking
Still didn't fucking respond.
Not a fan.
No.
funny. Yeah.
I'm gonna tweet her when we're done. Goes, thanks a lot, Bjork, for no ride to the airport. See how Frosty gets out of fucking Bisbee. Yeah. Not on a Greyhound bus.
We know shady people in Bisbee.
Can I ask Frosty something real quick?
Yeah.
What do you think of Bisbee and where are you going next?
That's two things.
I love Bisbee.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked about this town. It's I mean it looks and feels very great. And next up for me is LA,
Okay.
at least for a month.
Okay.
And then
You're gonna try to get discovered.
I'm trying to make it. No, I'm just traveling. I'm just vacationing and just having a
Are you going to LA via Greyhound from here?
No. Me and Jonathan are driving back there. Yeah. Yeah, no.
I was
And
going to
so-
give you some weapons to hide on your person.
A month in LA and then back to Iceland?
Yeah, I mean, my ticket's for the 23rd of May. So I can be here for 3 months and it's a flexible ticket, so I'm just winging it. You know,
Okay.
I decided as soon as I get really bored, then I'll go back home.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's still only Iceland Air that flies to Reykjavik. I mean, as far as
no.
U.S.
No, I'm pretty sure there's also WoW Air out of New York.
Wow Air.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound safe at all.
Sounds safer than Malaysia Air.
Zippity doo dah Airlines. Shorten it to Wow.
Ding dong.
Yeah, fucking Reykjavik is fantastic. Next time,
It
only
was
in the summer
amazing. Yeah.
or winter.
Yeah, the prison sounds great. As a potential murderous psychopath, I really...
That's the place to go.
Get
Nice
busted
place
there.
to go.
Get busted there,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'll be treated like shit here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed the weekend. Evidently, on the weekends, Reykjavik turns into fucking Mardi Gras. Every weekend is.
It's nuts.
It's like the 4th Street.
Jonathan was describing it just vomit. Like just
Vomit and fistfights.
How many people
Bourbon
in the
Street
whole
type.
place?
Whole country, 330,000.
It's crazy, huh?
get on, Mike.
Come, get on here.
All right.
Pee and shit. That'll be a while.
I think that we went late September, so it was almost the worst time to go. Where if you could prepare for ultimate cold or nice, but in that middle ground where you're like, oh, it's kind of nice during the day, it's fucking horrific at night.
There was a night where we were out. It was just Friday or Saturday, and we were out in like the strip where just all the bars dump out to as everyone's getting kicked out, and people are smashing their
Pull the mic out of the thing.
they're smashing their glasses and all that bullshit. All the girls, literally, standing outside of every bar. they walk out with their last pint, and then they're just chugging it on the street, and they just start smashing them. So there's glasses shattered like everywhere. Every night that it's like this, it's like that. And then within, 8 o'clock the next morning, it's like it never fucking happened. I mean, it's like Mardi Gras in the sense that they come through and clean it out so fast. But we're standing there, and there's a building across the street from us that is being repainted. And there is literally like a 2.5 story scaffolding that's up against the building. And a dude climbs up on the fucking scaffolding and starts like from the top of it, like rocking it back and forth and like rah rah rah. So
I've forgotten about this.
Right?
I totally didn't know.
So he's rocking back and forth on it, and everyone's like cheering at him and whatever. Security guys come over and fucking are like, get the fuck down. Like 2 guys from a bar, just like, we're gonna save this guy from like fucking killing himself. Bouncers. So they're like, get the fuck down. The guy gets down, and while they're dealing with him, another dude jumps up onto the scaffolding and manages to rock it free. And it's on 4 fucking wheels, and the dude climbs up to the top of it, rocks it until it starts rolling down the fucking street.
Fuck.
45
like a
angle,
proper
like-
grade.
Is
And
it the
he's
same
across-
street we were on?
Yeah.
I remember
Right.
the hill.
So right as you get down to the
he's
bottom,
up there on the
on
top.
the very top of it, and he's like, "Wah!" Like, "Wah!" Everybody is just like cheering and screaming, and all of a sudden it starts to just teeter, and this motherfucker takes a header. The whole thing tips, and he falls. He holds onto it because what the fuck else are you gonna do? This is all you have. This is your ladder and everything. And so it starts to go, and he's just like, "No!" And literally just like whammo. I mean, like falling off of a fucking building, basically. It was like literally like falling off a roof. Like, and we stood there, and then I looked at Frosti, and I was like, nobody has their phones out because we were all so mystified by this dude doing. Nobody was like, I gotta get it. We were all just like, oh, like, but nobody had it. Like, it was fucking crazy. He was fucked up. I mean, they carted him off. I mean, he was fucked up, like alive, but like fucked.
Holy
It's so nasty.
Fantastic.
So crazy.
And he's probably famous now there. Yeah, I can probably tweet him for a ride to the airport. Hey, Bjork isn't answering her messages, and you're bigger than her.
Yeah, but he'll pick us up on scaffolding.
Yeah, exactly.
And walk right to the airport. And
Double
That's
bus.
wicked good.
that's great.
But then again, Monday morning, everyone's just proper,
Clean.
Yeah.
polite,
It's all
almost to the point of being dull. And that's pretty true for most of the Scandinavian countries. Everyone's so content. There's no like rage like that.
But it's work hard, play hard though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's all.
I would say it's in-
all in during the weekends, and then it's all like work and proper like getting shit done during the week.
It's intense.
yeah,
Like on all fronts. The weather's intense, the people are intense, and they, like you're saying, I think that like the way that they work and the way that they party, it's just like, all right, what is it? The most per capita, right?
We have the most per capita.
Like drink more, we drink more, like we do more shit, like we make, like we just, it's like everything, we eat all of the stuff, like we do,
Yeah.
like whatever it is that we do it more per capita than
Yeah,
anybody
yeah,
else.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
And- and
like-
it feels that way. It feels like,
It's like the happiest nation per capita, but also like the
highest suicide.
rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really? Yeah, that's the way it is. It's just like the craziest like yin and yang country.
it is.
You talked about like the work ethic of people. Like, what's the welfare type thing? Like, take care of people who don't do shit. Is it?
so many of the
I mean,
kids,
the prisoners get taken care of.
all the
What
kids,
about, like,
all the kids I met,
scammers?
all the kids I met while I was there that you introduced me to, like so many of them were like, oh, I work for the city. I work with seniors. I work with disabled kids. Like there's a
So
phenomenal amount of that.
That's small a population. Again, it's the people know each other. You do. I mean, you take care of people.
It's definitely closer to utopia than what we got here.
Well, I think the numbers allow it to, like when they're like you're dealing with a finite, it's a workable program because it's like, oh, there's only 135,000 of us
Right.
doing this. So like, the rest, let's say 135,000 people like heavily involved in some sort of civic type area, like minus people that are out in villages and farms and stuff like that. And it's like somehow when you apply those types of like, whatever ideal socialist stuff and some of that stuff, that it does work in that small format. It's as it gets bigger and bigger that it's just all that corruption moves in and it's impossible to keep. But it is a testament to the fact that type of governing in that smaller area really is the key to, I think, making those places work. Is that, like, civic government, and that's why I think it's also John becoming the mayor, doing that is such a it's quite a it's very interesting. It's a pretty interesting study in just like just modern times and like how shit
that's our sponsor. Is the documentary Gnarr, Gnarr, is a fucking.
Gnarr.
But that's not going to help you spell it on fucking a Netflix search.
Gnarr.
Yeah. Netflix, Google doesn't roll their R's.
Netflix doesn't have it though. It's not on Netflix. Not
It is on-
streaming.
All right, what?
No, it is. I streamed it on
Is
Netflix.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm on it. Gnarr.
Yeah, it's his father's whole, I don't know if I finished that. He was a comedian that ran during the economic depression, and he ran a joke campaign for mayor and fucked up and got elected. So it's the whole run up to, oh shit, we're actually going to
When?
Do this thing.
and it wasn't just him as a mayor. He had a party, the best party.
Yeah, tell him
What were some of his campaign platforms?
Campaign platforms?
Yeah, there was like if I get elected, there's free towels at the public pools.
Yeah, it was.
There was just goofy shit.
Yeah, they said.
They hated the government so much that this was so refreshing.
Yeah. No, it was. Well, I mean, the basic promise was that if we get elected, we promise to break all of the promises we've made.
Yeah.
So that was like the fundamental.
The base.
The base.
Yes.
But the other stuff was like, importing a polar bear for the zoo.
Which
And they were at such a bad place that this just didn't seem like that bad of an idea. Just like this is better than.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's total irony.
But everybody got a towel at the public pool or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Just dumb shit, and he got elected. But the documentary covers the whole, like, hey,
documentary's
let's do this as a
absolutely brilliant.
goof. And
Chad, you would love it.
Oh, it's
so
wicked good.
brilliant.
I devoured documentaries. Stanhope's
I know, but this one,
recommendations are always good, but I couldn't find that one. But I didn't know the exact name.
Yeah.
But the comedy series
love
that
it.
he does, it's very I say it's Louis-esque, like Louis C.K.'s. It's filmed kind of. I asked the fucking his dad. I'm like, how do I want to buy DVDs of that? Good question. Or some smart fuck he remarked.
My parents don't even have any.
That's why I'm
like,
trying to fucking
out.
track down who the fuck I loaned that to because I want to watch it again. It's so good.
it's
Night
really
shift,
nice.
day shift, prison shift, and then there was a movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and then there was Björn Fredarsson.
And the documentary about it.
Wait, Doug. Björn Fredarsson.
If you wrote it down, I could say it the right way.
Let me write it.
I wanna say
Do
it.
do 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 do.
I'm gonna have a white off.
Do 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 do
Right off, yeah.
do
yeah.
do do do. Teach him how to speak. Okay. Okay. Well, it starts with a B and a J. We'll skip the blowjob joke, but those letters don't go together. It's Bjarn Fredersen.
Yeah, you're
Bjarn
doing-
Fredersen.
Okay. Cheching.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say exactly what Stanhope said.
Well, you have to say it.
Bjorn Fredersen.
It's not Fredersen. It's beyond Fredersen.
Yeah, it's Bjorn Fredersen.
Go ahead, say it
Now
now.
you say it.
Björn Fredarsson.
Oh, you know
Yeah,
what?
we weren't
I
too
want to
far
go
off.
through your bag. My dog just hit on your bag.
Yeah, that's awfully suspicious, sir.
Very suspicious. Yeah. I think there's that flight from Malaysia in your bag.
Very coincidental. You're visiting here. It's almost as you're trying to prove an alibi, sir.
I love
Trying to get on as many podcasts as I can while I'm in the States.
Yeah. I love fucking John sits over there just
Yeah.
sitting there all fucking happy texting, walks in, killer story, fucking blows the roof off the podcast, goes and sits down
Yeah.
and texts again. He's like, I did my job.
He's been doing this every week for 8 years.
Yeah. Okay, we've been sponsored by Reykjavík and Bjork
Beans.
and
Beans.
Aura beans.
Aura beans.
Yeah.
Raw beans.
Frosty songs.
Oh yeah. Farfignugan with Fufanu.
Farfignugan?
Yeah. What was the name of it?
Come on, Frosty. What's the name?
It's Fufanu.
Fufanu.
Yeah.
We need some Fufano.
Banana Fana Fufanu. Fufanu.
Fufano.
Fanu.
Here you go.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Like generally and on this podcast chat.
Hey, I've never done a podcast with a guy who was sober. Thanks. It's been an experience.
Yeah, it's always. I used to like that would bum me out. Like after last night, we were up till 5 a.m. drinking, which Derek really stole the show. But there's the sober guy that remembers everything always bums you out because that's a cell phone that you can't go in and erase. Is his memory. But yeah, Frosty. Now I'm at an age where you go, hey, that guy can drive. Usually we're stuck here in the fucking safe house fucking compound. But now we go, hey, we could do anything because that guy, not only is he not drinking, he doesn't want to. Like usually there's...
I didn't think about that angle. Always the driver.
Yeah. But usually like Derek will stay sober to drive, but he doesn't want to. So it's a buzzkill in the back of your head. You're going, oh, we're fucking him over. Yeah, this clown doesn't even want to drink. What a shithead. I'll marry this guy in a minute.
We could all go in the van and go wherever we want.
Frosty, be my daddy.
Yeah, I will. We're doing it
Be my
tomorrow.
daddy.
Yes.
Can Reverend Derek do the services tomorrow in
No, it has
Bisbee?
to be
We should-
people.
Reverend Derek. He's Reverend Derek.
I know, but it has to be. We have to go.
Yeah, that's actually something we should bring up at City Council.
really, Reverend?
And the mayor did call back because I put a call into the mayor saying, hey, will you come by and have a drink? I don't want, it's a long story, but the son of the Reykjavík mayor is here. And when I visited his country, they met me at the airport in gorilla masks. So I would like some reciprocation if you could just come by for a cocktail. That would be lovely.
No response.
And no, she called back and said she's having dinner with Gretchen. So she blew me off till tomorrow. So,
Okay, tomorrow.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool.
but that's something I want to bring up with the mayor is since we have the gay civil union amendment, whatever it's called, let's do it all night like Vegas, where you can get drunk gay married. So I got married in Vegas drunk because you can get married 24 hours. Why don't we have all night gay marriage in Arizona? In
And it has to be
Bisbee.
in Bisbee.
Yeah, so you can get drunk gay married, and then we can have quickie divorces, bring some commerce to some fucking shyster
Jason
shitty lawyers.
Lindstrom.
He's not a lawyer anymore. He's the
not a
prosecutor.
shyster.
Never mind.
He's probably needs a buck. He'll probably push some shit. And we need commerce here. So,
Edit that out.
yeah, Reykjavík and Bisbee, sister cities. I've so deemed them. How long have you been doing a podcast?
We started in February of 2006.
We started in February of 2006. Let's just bring it up again since we're in the suicide house and he has to sleep here and it gives him the creeps.
Does it give you the creeps?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't say.
Eat the mic.
I just didn't want to sleep in the bedroom. Is all.
Did you sleep on the couch?
I did,
All right.
which I didn't have any problem with whatsoever. However, there was a bit of a debacle when I came in.
Yes.
So I just barely been in the room for a second with Doug when we first got here, and he just walked me through, and then kind of filled me in.
Oh boy.
And
That's a lot
but then
to-
just right out of the room, like oh yeah, by the way, like
Here's
this
a
is
bed.
like-
you can sleep here. This is where the guy killed himself.
Right, and
That's why
so-
the picture is so low as it's covering up the
so
bullet
then
hole.
I was like,
okay, because who
I
puts
was
a book?
I was just
Is that
here,
picture
and so
still
I was
there?
like, all right, so it might have been a joke, and then it's just like after about an hour, I was just like, that's not a joke. All right,
Did you look under the picture?
Frosty did, I did not.
Okay.
But
There's
then
a
I
little
came
hole. Just a
in.
hole.
But yeah, yes. And I came in late to go to bed, and then there was Sage in the bedroom.
Well, Just Jen, our friend Just Jen, I know I have to, for the people listening, had blessed the place with burning sage, not eating it, thinking it was mushrooms. But I don't know the whole background of sage, but evidently they did some voodoo shit when they had to stay here for Super Bowl, where they had burned that thing right there.
Well, I saw the sage on the table. I thought it was the foreign guys that were fucking trying to clear out ghosts before they had to sleep here.
Well, I guess it was here, and
It was sitting on the
used it.
floor.
So so I'm using it, and I light it, and I'm walking it through the house, and I set off a chain of smoke alarms.
Oh,
And so-
that's what.
So the smoke alarm goes off in the bedroom.
Oh no.
And so
What
I
happened?
go and I pull the battery out, but then there's like a beep in it that tells you that there's no battery in it. So I thought I had fixed the problem by just yanking the battery, but then it was just like, and I was like, well, first of all, I'm not that keen on sleeping in the room in the first place, but now with this beep, I'm just like, all right, this is too much.
Yeah,
So
they
I'm
should have told
standing
you
up
that
on a
Derek
table.
doesn't like sage.
So I'm standing up on a table trying to fix the smoke alarm, pressing it over and over again, and then talking out loud to whatever perceived spirits that I'm currently contending with in the room. And so I'm just like, listen, like I'm gonna get out of here. Like I understand, like I don't know. Yeah. So basically, what I wound up doing was turning off the lights, turning on the ceiling fan, and closing the door, in just to sort of make it like.
Oh, you should have done it 3 times because he was OCD.
Yeah. Derek was wicked OCD. He's if he could look down, he'd be laughing his fucking ass off right now.
Yeah.
That's
So
beautiful,
that-
beautiful. But you're okay on the couch?
Straight. Yeah. Totally. I slept good.
We were in not this year but last year, Cincinnati, and the fire alarm smoke detector kept going off in the hotel. They were doing some maintenance, and it's like dust or the fucking paint fumes or whatever toxic shit we should not be living in. Keep setting this off, and it's like 7:30, 8 in the morning, and I'm real surly in the morning. So I call the front desk and I give them what for, and I use the F word, so they hang up on me. And and it goes off the last time, and I just picked up a trash can because it's high ceilings. I couldn't
It was
reach
our
the
ice
thing.
bucket. It was our metal ice bucket.
Oh,
Actually.
I thought it was a metal trash
No, it was
can.
a metal ice
Either
bucket.
way,
Yeah.
I start fucking hammering the thing, trying to knock it off the ceiling, but it's not like these. It's not a temporary. It's
an
wired,
industrial.
permanent
Yeah.
Like
wired.
hardwired,
So
yeah.
I smashed the fucking thing off, and I'm so pissed. That I call the front desk and tell them.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah, now I knocked your fucking thing.
Yeah. Now I'm trashing your room.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up now? I just cussed at you. Now I'm trashing your shit.
Yeah.
What up?
So a short while later, both the fire department and the
And
police are in our
security,
room.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And the fire department's informing the police that it's a felony what I did or what I could be arrested. So yeah, we went to a Red Roof Inn peacefully. But you know what? We got a smoking room.
But that's the time where you winked at me and you were like, "Keep your clothes off as long as you possibly can."
Yeah, they're like you got
So
you're out.
Bending over, crotch shut. Go ahead.
Bingo is notorious for always being naked on the road to the point where you don't even
Yes,
think
she
about
is.
it. And the opening act is in your room, and Bingo's walking around naked, and they're like hiding their eyes and like, oh, sorry, I forget. Yeah, she's always naked. So when she gets out of bed, like they're saying, you got to go. Their hotel wants you out, and she's starting to go for clothes, and I'm like giving her the high side. No, just.
But I
so
bent
she's
over and I bent
She's
over, trying to pick up clothes slowly.
packing her shit, just bending
Ass
over,
in the air.
cops and firemen and hotel management, all
Our
surly.
room was packed full of cops and firemen.
So yeah, when you told me that story this morning about, I got up to try to disassemble the thing, I would have fucking trashed it.
Yeah.
and I wouldn't have blamed you a bit.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, it was with the door closed. It was sort of like it was just methodical enough that you could sort of lull yourself.
Does a
into it.
TV work? Did you even try it?
It does. I did try it, and I could not get it to find this.
All right, this is shit we need to know while you're staying here.
It's really it's totally fine.
Well, no,
No,
because
we want to fix it.
no, we
for
got to
you.
get this shit fixed. The coach is going to be here. We have real company
You have
coming
an
in.
actual company coming.
Yeah,
People
we
that
got
need
some-
shit. Real
Yeah.
people that do shit.
Coach of the baseball team. All right, Kenny's here. That means the fucking all right. Fun's over. Podcast is done. Kenny's here. He ruins everything. All right, you can hit it, honey. There's a stop button.
I know.
There you go. All right, that was Jonathan Larroquette, Frosti Gnarr, Bingo, Bing Bong Bingaman, and Chad Shank. And next podcast, I think we'll be talking about how that eBay yard sale wrapped up, and a whole bunch of other shit. Road stories. The Matoid is out sick this week, so we're going to leave you with Fufanu with a Frosti Gnarr on drums.
You've been listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast, recorded live at the Funhouse in Bisbee, Arizona, with Doug Stanhope, Frosti Gnarr, Jonathan Larroquette, Chad Shank, and Bingo. Opening music by Miska Shubale. Closing song by Fufanu, Frosti's band. This episode sponsored by Aura Canned Green Beans, available in Iceland. Check out Jonathan Larroquette's podcast, Yeah Dude, at yeahdude.com, also available on iTunes. Catch up with all of Doug's live dates at dougstanhope.com. Thanks for listening.
Walked away, saying goodbye to you. To twilight, threw it away. To your head, waved it away. To God, I called. You walked away, saying goodbye to me. You walked away, saying goodbye to me. took my hand, threw it away. Took my hand, threw it away. Took your hand, waved it away. Took our hand, took them apart. Took my hand, took it away. Took your hand, waved it away. Took our hand, took it away.